If you're wondering why your energy hasn't bounced back after the menopause, you are not alone. A study examining stress and fatigue during the menopause found that a whopping 85.3% of postmenopausal women reported feeling both physically and mentally exhausted. We know that fatigue is one of the most common symptoms during the perimenopause and menopause, and based on these findings, it's clear that it can stick around long after other menopause symptoms have eased or disappeared. So what can cause the fatigue post-menopause? It can be hormonal changes. Our hormones don't suddenly just stop changing 2 years after our periods have stopped. They can be shifting and adjusting for a good number of years. And remember that the hormones, especially estrogen and progesterone, are really important for producing energy at cellular level. They help with sleep regulation. They help with controlling our mood and our motivation. And also, when we age, unfortunately, melatonin, which is a hormone that helps to regulate and give us a good night's sleep, can decrease along with our hormones. And all of that can affect our sleep, that can affect our energy, it can affect our mood as well. It can be nutritional deficiencies. As we get older, unfortunately, our body's ability and our digestion to break down food and absorb all the nutrients that we need can decrease as well. So things like our vitamin D, our B12, our magnesium, and our iron, all of these are needed to help with energy in some way. And if we're not absorbing them or we're not getting enough in our diet, that's going to have a huge impact on our energy. And remember, magnesium is also important for so many other things as well. It can be muscle loss, and I've talked about this before, something called sarcopenia. Our muscles can just start to break down. If that happens, we're going to be less able to do exercise, we're going to be less able to move. Our muscles are going to have less energy to do everything, and that will give us very much the physical fatigue. It can be dehydration, and this is so overlooked. And for those of you that have been watching for a long time, you know how important water is. So water or dehydration can affect our energy levels, it can affect our mood, it can affect our motivation. And remember too, the older we get, we can feel less thirsty. So although our body is probably crying out for that extra glass of water, we don't feel it. It can be stress, and this is a big one. We tend to think, oh, post-menopause, we can maybe retire, but unfortunately, here in the UK, retirement age is getting later and later, and that can have a big impact on how our energy is used on a daily basis if we have to keep working for longer and longer. It can also be that at this particular point in time, we might be looking after grandchildren, we might still have teenagers at home, we might be looking after aging parents. And as women, we still tend to get the biggest burden on running a house as well. So we've got all of these things going on that never give us a moment to rest, and that will really drain us of energy very, very quickly. It can be blood sugar level, and again, blood sugar can go really up and down a lot, especially post-menopause. So this means that if your blood level dips, if your blood sugar dips, then you can get hit with fatigue very, very quickly. 1 minute you're okay, the next minute you feel as if you could just lie down on the floor and sleep. And very often that's just because we're not getting enough regularly during the day. So what can you do to help yourself with this? There's plenty of things that can make a difference really, really quickly. Most important thing of all, though, is things like vitamin B12 and vitamin D deficiency, anemia, thyroid imbalance, diabetes, and heart disease. All of these can start to develop post-menopause, and they can all cause fatigue as well. So if you're getting fatigue really regularly, or it's just totally the whole time, please get all of these things checked out by your doctor first, just to rule them out. If everything else is okay, then you're looking at, remember the water, look at your diet, make sure that you're getting a broad range of different foods to give you all the nutrients you need. Maybe look at an over 50s female multivitamin and mineral. You can look at our menopause support, which contains magnesium, which is known to help with fatigue. You can also look at our perimenopausal balance multi-nutrient drink, which has got magnesium, it's got zinc, it's got vitamin D in it, and this can be taken right through to post-menopause as well. Make sure that you manage your stress. It's really important. And one of the things I know from my own personal experience is that your nervous system very often doesn't just bounce back post-menopause. It goes under a huge amount of pressure and strain just because of the hormonal changes. Your nervous system can become that little bit weaker and more reactive post-menopause, which means you can get stressed much more easily over things that are less important. So again, look at things like magnesium, B-vits to help to really keep your nervous system stable. Things like gentle exercises, yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, mindfulness, deep breathing, all of these things, your little bit of me time every day, really important. And just managing stress can make a huge difference for your energy too. So I hope you found this one helpful. It's a really important one. I think all of us, myself included, we get so busy, we forget to take care of ourselves, and the next minute we just feel really, really fatigued. And I have to keep reminding myself of all the tips that I've given you today as well. So did you find postmenopause fatigue really draining? What did you do to help yourself? So please share your stories. You know that I love to read all about them. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon.